Well, here I am back again. This is my second video I've made today on this little quilt. And the first one I made, guess what? While that video was uploading, I was ripping it out because I messed up. And I had to take these two pieces apart from the last video. And like I said, I didn't sit in front of the camera and do that, but they're apart because I had two of them. I'll show you what I had done. I had like those two sewed together and they didn't go together. They were supposed to have been staggered and they wasn't. So here I am, back to square one again. I need to make the piece that goes between these or something. I don't know. I'm just still kind of confused. Now that don't go like that. So let me get this figured out here. Let's put that one. I'm going to go this real slow, so maybe I won't mess up this time. Now that's right. So I'll sew this one and lay it over there. I'm getting it there, but if I keep making mistakes, it sure is going to slow me down. Let me get this machine going. Here we go. I don't have a design wall in here to hang it up on to look at it, so I'm just using that table behind me. Turn around here. I almost need a swivel chair, don't I? On this, but then I wasn't the next time. Is that right? Alright. What's going to go next? One of those is going to go next. And one of these. Let me get it right. Alright, let's sew this one. I'm just going to do this piece by piece. Boy, I'm just showing out on that video before noon. I didn't have it a bit right. Keep some of these little things handy because I'm going to alright, I'm going to move. Well, you can't see me back here right now, but I'm back here putting these on this table. I'm way back here. But I'm looking at them this time. That table's not heavy. Let me move it just a little bit. But I'm looking at them closer this time. Let's make another set down here. Lay another set out down here. Because that one's going to go like that. And my other one's over there. You can't see me? You can't see a thing I'm doing. I'm looking at one camera, looking at the laptop, and getting more confused than ever. So this one. going to get this, and I'm going to get this by my deadline too. Come heck or high water, I'm going to do it. But I think high water's coming because they're saying they're putting 4 days of rain in our forecast, starting sometime this afternoon. But I'm enjoying working on it. Even if I do make mistakes, I just laugh at myself and rip them out and go back to work. Nobody's perfect. I don't care who you are. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I don't care if you laugh at me and think that, oh, look how she's doing that. I don't care. I'm going to get it done. I may not finish every project I start, but I'm going to finish this one. I done told my husband I was going to work hard at it, so he's with me. He knows it's easier just to let me do what I want to do than try to fuss with me sometimes. I think when I left after lunch, he was going to go out and put some things out in the garden, was what he was going to do. That looks a whole lot more better than that one this morning. I kept looking at that thing and I didn't want to tell you guys that don't look right, but it didn't look right. It didn't. And I had all those seams all laying just the way they were supposed to go. But then the whole thing was wrong. Get my little thing just hanging there. Now, I gotta move back here. Let me stand up and look. And then this one that I ripped off will go back on here. Which way it go that way? I'm looking. Yes, that's it. So there's 3 of them ready to sew together. Now, let's lay the 4th one out here. But I think I'm going to need some more of these parts right here. Let's sew some more blocks back into my chair. Scoop them over there. These are the ones that I'm going to work with now. You probably can't see them, but I've got these stack of these little pieces, these pieces, and these pieces. If I can figure out. I've got fuzz. Fabric fuzz tickling my throat. those are the ones that I'm making now. Put that one right there and make another one. This one's got one piece on it. Let's put this other one. I'm going to run out of things to talk to you guys about while I do this. And I'd almost like to blame you guys for messing up because I was trying to talk to you and do two things at once and I couldn't. Now there's that. And let's put... I got my instructions here. Let me look at it. I don't need waste any more time of ripping out. I've had enough of that. Where do I want that to go? It goes that way. Hadn't pressed that seam, so I'm just going to put it where I want it to go. And I will press them. Need that. Let me cut that in half. Need to do the chain piecing, but I'm just kind of messing around with it right now. Okay. Which way you going? Going this way. Lift that back. Now, I got half of them sewed on there, so let's pick up this one and one of these. Tell you what, I think I'm going to put these over here and see if I can't chain piece them. Chain them, turn it that way, and do more than one at a time. See if I can't do this whole stack and do them right. I'm not going to talk for just a minute while I finish these. Concentrating. I got about a half a dozen more here. 3 more in my stack. Let's see, I was talking to you and I almost picked it up wrong. I know you guys would do it different. You would finish one thing before you started the next thing. But not me. I've got to jump around from one to the other. From one project to the other. That's the last one that's sold. But I don't know. I still got those. I keep finding pieces. And I still haven't dealt with those partial pieces yet. Now I'm going to move these. These go someplace. I got, oh, okay. Right now, I'm going to clip these apart and take them back to the ironing board and iron them, and then I'll add some more to them. There's less pieces than what there was. I did turn the iron on, I think, so it's getting hot, so it's ready to go. Let's see, and I finished that one. Let's get that little ender off of it. Alright, let's go back there. Bless me. That's making me sneeze, ain't it? There's nothing there to press. My pressing's back here. Oh. I don't know. Can we move my camera just a little bit? I'm going to be right there. Right back here. Well, no, I didn't have it on either. I thought I did, but I didn't. Then get it warm. One, two, three. No, we're putting the pieces for the 4th row. And that'll be half of them if I want 8. Oh, but I don't have them all done. That one goes right there. And we'll put one of these next. Well, I gotta make some more of these, but I'm working on them. Cause what? 6. That iron board is wobbly. Margaret brought it out here from someplace, this board. Okay. I gotta put the other side on them down here and up there. And there's my partials. There's my partial pieces right there. You sit down. Here's my partial pieces that still hadn't sewed together. But right now, I'll work on these right here. And then I'll have to make some more of these. Let me see. Let me look at it. Gonna go that way. I can only sew a few of them before I run out of pieces again. Foot pedal over here. Okay. Would you believe I was just gonna sew these and be real relaxed about it? And you know what? I'll show you what. I bet you can guess. I bet you can guess. No bobbin. Little dust in there. Alright, let's wind a bobbin here. My machine has a needle threader, but I don't know how to use it. And I've watched the videos before and still hadn't figured it out. And then I have to follow the guides up here to wind this because I don't use this machine very much. Let's see if I did it right. I've messed it up before. Alright, wind bobbin. It's working, I think. So what have I used? 2 bobbins on this one so far. This will be the 3rd one. 1.5, maybe just about 1.5. It's full now. Drop it in there the right way. I need to get me a little brush and clean it out. Pull it around and take that part off. Put the little cover back on. Pop it down there and then thread it back up. And this and threads from the front, and let's see how long it takes me to get it. Come on, go in there. I got it. I can see better than I thought I could. Alright, let's try on this scrap here before I start. See if it works. Now it looks good. I did it right. Now, back to these. Let's finish this one that's just half done down here where I run out at. Go back to this one that I sewed. I sewed a little ways on this before I thought that don't look right. Them seams lay in the right way. Two of them meet right there. Sometimes I look down at that diagram and I have to stop to think again. I've looked at it 100 times and then I have to look again and what? Have I put something in the wrong place? My nose is itching. What does that mean? I got one of them. Boy, I keep second guessing myself, especially after I had to rip those out yesterday and this morning both. I hope I don't have to anymore, but it wouldn't surprise me. Probably wouldn't surprise y'all either. So there she goes. She did it again. She just keeps messing up. Alright, I'm gonna clip these apart and sew that on the other side. 1, 2. Just sewed 4 of them. Seemed like it was more than that, but I guess it wasn't. Because, let's see. 4 of those? No. Well, I've only got 3 of that. No, I've got 4 of those. So let's scoot those over there. Let's bring this over here. Turn them all the same way so I can see what I'm dealing with here. I sewed that one. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go that way. Let me look. Looking outside. Y'all want to look outside a minute? Let me show y'all outside while I work on some of this. You see outside? There's the driveway. Y'all look at the driveway just a minute while I kind of mess with some of this stuff. Because you're going to get tired of just looking at me. You get bored just looking at me. I'm going to sew 2 more though. Over here, even though you can't see me, you can hear the machine. When I finish this quilt, I'm gonna go back and work on Maybelline or Mona Carolina next. Something on them. I made 4 of them. What does it take? 3 for each row? So that's not enough to finish another, to do another row, is it? Let's see. Let's see. Let me think. Alright. I'm going back to the ironing board. Back over here. Well, I press these 4 that I just sewed. Which way is that one going? Sometimes you can feel which way. That's hot. Put my hand on that and it was warm. I might in just a second stop. I've got a wall in the other room in there that's got one of those flannel tablecloths, and put these up on it to see how they're coming along. I could move the machine in there where I could look at them on the wall as I'm doing them, but let me finish a few more of these first. I am going to, I've got those and them right here. Let's go back over here. And let's see what these partial pieces, what I need to do with these partial pieces. Will you help me figure them out? Because they have got me bumfuzzled, and I'm just going to have to start sewing them and hope for the best, I think. I'm going to sew these to these, and then I'll have to press them and cut them, but I think I'm going to need them. I've been putting them back, and it's just about to get where I'm going to have them. Because if you remember, we sew them in a long strip, and then we cut it, then we subcut it. need this one. If it's wrong, if it's wrong, I'll just have to cut some more fabric and fix it. But it's going to be partially right, ain't it? Get those two strips lined up together. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're sewing. Now that one's ready to take over to the ironing board. Let's see what this other one wants one of these, one of those, and one of those. I think I've come up short one of these. May need to have to cut another one. What is that? Let me measure that. I don't know what I did with it. Might have sewed too many together, but I may have to cut another piece like this. But that's doable. Here we go. Now I'm gonna this, and I don't want to sew anything else to this one. That's just the, oh, I know what that is. I'm remembering now. I will take these and sew to some more of these pieces. That's right. So that one needs put back over there, and then I have to fix these, and they get some more sewed to them too. Think I'll ever get it figured out? Make sure the right sides are together. I looked at it all of a sudden. I thought, am I sewing it wrong? But I've got the right sides together. Get my ender. Now I've got to open this up, and this piece will get sewed on there onto that blue one. But I'm still think I'm short one blue fish here. Let me do this, and then I'm going to probably turn you off for a few minutes, and I'll take them over to the ironing board and press them and do a thing or two. And then I'll come back again. Let's see, what did I say? Was this part 10? And when I come back, it'll be part 11. Talking to myself again. If I can make this one in just a few days like like I plan on it, then I ought to be able to make other quilts in just a few days too, shouldn't I? Don't you think? And I'm going to have to clean off that table and use the cutting board to cut those other pieces I'm lacking. Because I've got that one, and I've got this one, but that blue one ain't nowhere to be found. And I don't know what happened here. I don't know. Maybe if I cut that off, that would work, reckon? Maybe? I'll have to trim it, but that's the same thing as these, ain't it? That's those. So I'll use that. Oh, I'm getting you and me and the whole world confused. We'll just have to do it our way, won't we? Alright, I'm going to shut y'all off for a few minutes and I'm going to iron. You're not going to watch me do some of the ironing. And I don't know what I'll do, but I'll come back again because I wanted you to kind of see each step, even the steps I messed up on. But to press those and cut them and then sew some more. Okay, end of part 10. Bye, y'all. I'm going to walk over here so I can shut this off.